found a good woman, I found a job that pays. Tide comes in, I watch it all wash away. But I'm keeping it steady, and that's just how I was raised. Head held up, walking tall into each breaking wave. 'Cause the devil's in the details, and he's taking his toll. This ain't a good man down the foot trails of some lost, lonely soul. And I say, oh, rain don't change the sun. Jealous of the night when the morning comes, but it always comes. In the graveyard, I don't sleep till it's light. Ain't calling in favors, I can't swallow my pride. And the bank's on a mission, they wanna read me my rights. When they ever show up around here, they gon' be in for a fight. Because the devil's in my hometown, and I ain't telling him no. This is my family, it's my Lord now. I'm scared to let go. And I say, oh, rain don't change the sun. Jealous of the night when the morning comes, but it always comes. The track of my needle. Oh, try to be good to my people. So why is there no peace? No break, no relief. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, can I be blamed if I'm angry? Can I be saved if I'm barely? When I say, oh, rain don't change the sun. Jealous of the night when the morning comes, but it always comes. It always rains down on us, and like an old dog lying by a new gravestone, it's still our home, it's still our home. So if you ever feel like you are alone, after the night, the morning comes.
Wow, incredible. Thank you guys for coming in.
Sure, thank you.
Well, I guess let's kind of start at the beginning. How did Delta Ray get started?
We got started in a garage. No, we're not that kind of band. Actually, we three of us are related. This is my name's Eric. This is Brittany, and on the far is Ian, and we're brothers and sisters. And we wanted to start this group for probably about, Ian and I are the songwriters of the group. We wanted to start this group about 2 years ago. And so we called everybody up and we're like, what are you guys doing? Well, Brittany. And then we met Liz in California when we were about 12 years ago when we were growing up. And so we asked what she was up to, and she was up in New York. So she drove down, and Ian bought a house in the middle of the woods in Durham, North Carolina. And we met these guys in Raleigh. And we just, we got a bunch of songs together and tried to make it happen. And here we are about a year later, just still doing it.
So did the three of you grow up in a musical household, I assume?
Very like a big music appreciation household, but our dad's a toy inventor. Our mom is a writer and a secretary to the superintendent of the school district that we grew up in. So no like professional musical experience or anything.
But our mom's brother is a musician down in Atlanta, and we
So
actually
we knew it could be done.
Yes,
So,
we got to play with him last weekend, which was really fun. He plays in The Last Waltz, which is the band cover band, and so that was a blast. And I like to think that we get sort of our technical musical skills from our mom's side of the family. And my dad's family is like really sort of Germanic, and everybody's about 6 foot
They're
to
giants,
7 foot
really.
tall, like somewhere in there. And I think we get our lung capacity from that side.
So do you guys have vocal training? I mean, y'all's voices are amazing.
I think probably between us, we maybe have 12 hours of vocal training.
between the four of us.
Yeah.
Between the four of us.
And
No,
and even less vocal health.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
ask us
it's,
to play 12 hours.
Not so technical. We just sort of sing the way we feel, I think, is the
We've been
guiding
singing
principle.
for a long time. It's like when you grew up singing, it's like riding a bicycle. It's a muscle memory thing. So I don't know. I think we all have that.
What kind of music did y'all grow up listening to? I mean, does that play into your music at all?
I think absolutely. I grew up and started playing piano because of Billy Joel, really, playing and singing. And George Winston. Those are my two guys. And my parents played all their records, so that's the reason I was introduced to them. But yeah, I mean, I think we've got a lot of influences between us. I know Ian loves Jeff Buckley. Brittany, you're all over the map.
Yeah, I'm a
Liz
big Patty
too.
Griffin fan, and we grew up, the three of us, belting out Les Miserables and Jesus Christ Superstar. Were like our two rockin' musicals that I think really taught us to belt it out.
And Liz has a cool musical family history.
My dad was a musician and played piano and guitar and bass and stuff. Although I grew up with my mom, but he was in a band called Eggs Over Easy that had kind of a successful time in like the late 80s. But I grew up primarily listening to like soul and Motown and funk. Smokey Robinson was huge for me. Martha and the Vandellas and Diana Ross and the Supremes.
Now, when you were growing up with these guys, did you know that they were as talented as they were?
I did know that. I definitely did. Yeah, I became friends with Ian, like, we think we were in 7th grade. We're like 13. And knew that he had a huge voice. For his, I remember like,
Small
I meant like for your age. I don't know. And then and same thing with Brittany. She was like, I remember her being like 8 and watching her sing and being like, how is that coming out of that?
But it was cool. It was
And
sort
I
of a
still feel
mutual-
that way about her.
It was definitely a mutual recognition. I mean, we all grew up singing together in high school and stuff, and and I think just sort of recognizing each other a similar approach to it, which was just belting your guts out. I mean, Liz and I, literally, when I say we don't have much vocal health,
We
in
were
high
diagnosed
school,
for nodes.
We came out of the hospital
God.
in the same day.
Airing all the dirty laundry on
Yeah,
mine.
We like ran into each other in
with-
the parking lot. I was
with
like, what are you
nodes, which are
doing here?
like every singer's nightmare. They're
Calluses
the
on your
calluses
vocal
on your
cords?
vocal cords that can stop you from singing. But so we're slowly growing those again, but all for the good.
We're hoping to
of
share
Delta Ray
milestones
music.
other than vocal nodules.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Delta Ray started, you said 2 years ago, right?
About a year and a half.
It'll be 2 years in September.
Wow.
2 years in
Okay, here we
September.
are.
And you put out an EP last May, June.
Yes.
Tell me about that EP. You two wrote the majority of the songs.
We
right?
wrote all the songs on it. It's a 5-track EP, and we recorded it in my bedroom. So it was and then we tracked drums at a local studio and got some help with mixing it and producing it. But it was really an organic, like it was the middle of winter, so it was really cold. And everybody got sick, terribly sick. So like anytime anybody was healthy, we were like, get in the studio, you got to go record your parts. And then so it was sort of I don't know, we just pieced it together. But yeah, we love the songs. It feels like it came from a real place. But yeah, it was a while ago. Now we're giving out free music every Monday on our website, which is pretty cool.
Now you launched that, 8 weeks ago?
Yeah, 8 weeks. So lucky number 9's coming up.
Going strong.
Yeah, and that's called Great Mondays because our band's name is Delta Ray, R-A-E, and we misspelled great, so it's G-R-A-E-T because we're clever like that.
And those sessions have been really fun because we're working with Mike's brother Mark at K House Studios in Raleigh, and it's just been that's been a really cool experience for all of us, I think.
Now, in addition to originals, you guys are mixing in some covers on these Great Mondays.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've earned some national recognition.
Yeah,
Pretty
well, it's
exciting.
funny. We did the last cover we did was an Alanis Morissette song from her first album, Jagged Little Pill, which we all grew up listening to and loved. And it's the bonus track at the end. It's the secret track. And we were driving down from where was it? Rhode
Providence.
Island.
Yeah.
Providence.
Pulled over in
And it was the
Virginia.
longest drive ever. So we pulled off in Richmond, and we knew we needed to record something for these Great Mondays, and we just grabbed a couple of acoustic guitars and went in the back seat and set up his computer, and we played through the song, and Liz sang it beautifully, and then 3 days later, Alanis Morissette herself found it and retweets it to all of her followers. So all of our numbers bumped like a crazy amount, and we flipped when we saw that she had done
It
that.
was
So it was really,
crazy.
really cool.
It's
And it
unreal.
just goes to show because like we've had some higher production value covers that we've done. That one, I mean, Mike has a really good sense of humor about everything, and he in the car was like, I'm really ready for this to get home. And so
Well, Mike needs to eat like every 5 minutes, so I think he was
very high metabolism. But still, I mean, it was just funny because we had really reached the end of our rope. We were just exhausted, and but we decided to pull it together and record that one song, and it paid off. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome. So now what's the plan for these songs? Now that you're getting them out there, what's next for them?
That is, I don't know. I mean, I think it was a wake-up call that Alanis Morissette could just tweet them. So I think we're sort of we're riding a wave. We don't know what's going to happen, but we are going to try to get them on TV. And I've got a publishing deal with Warner Chappell, so everything that we finish, I send to them, and hopefully we can get some stuff placed. And
The other thing is
Get
we're
on the
really
radio.
looking to get into the studio and do something cohesive. We're releasing singles and sort of just taking our time, getting to know our sound and getting to know each other as a band and everything because we're still relatively new and but we'd like to get an album put together by the end of the year and just sort of craft something that feels cohesive and like a bigger piece of art.
And I think really the goal of Great Mondays when we set out was to do original songs so that people could just have them on their iPod. Like there was nowhere where you could hear Beneath the Weeds or If I Loved You, and people would hear them live and be like, I need that song. And we were like, well, if you need it, okay, like here it is, and we'll get in the studio, we'll record it. And we just wanted to sort of get it on paper, but get it in the studio, get it recorded. And then with the covers, it was sort of to cast a wider net, so that people who didn't know if they really liked us or had heard of us were like, this
or had
isn't
never
worth-
heard of us.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, that's the big thing.
exactly. It was like, these are songs I love done by a band who's, interpreting them this way or that way, and I really like that. So, that was our goal, was trying to get people into us who maybe hadn't heard us before.
If I loved you, life would be easy. There'd be no truth that I'd be scared of. I could walk through every valley and you light me with all of your love. But I don't love you, not like I want to. I don't love you. And that makes it hard. And every morning
This next song is a gospel song that Ian and I wrote. It actually came to me when I was sleeping, which is weird. I woke up with this melody in my head, and which is the chorus of the song, and then Ian ended up writing the verses, and we've sort of put this thing together. I hope you guys like it. We are a Southern band, so we do like to do a little gospel from time to time.
Hold my head, ooh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. I hold my head, ooh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. If you get sleep or if you get none,
The cock's gonna call in the morning, baby.
and check the cupboard for your daddy's gun.
The red sun rises like an early warning.
The Lord's gonna come for your firstborn
His
son.
hair's on fire and his heart is
So
burning.
go to the river where the water runs.
Wash him deep where the tides are turning.
And if you fall, and if you fall, hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. The wolves will chase you by the pale moonlight.
Drunk and driven by a devil's hunger.
They'll drive your son like a railroad spike.
Into the water, let it pull him under.
But though you lift him, let him drown
The
alive.
good Lord speaks like a rolling thunder.
Let that fever make the water run.
Let the river run dry.
Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way, a long, long, long way. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down.
So this next one is called "Is There Anyone Out There?" And I sort of wrote it. If anyone knows the John Mayer song "Waiting on the World to Change," I just felt a little. I like John Mayer. I think he's a great songwriter, but I felt a little uncomfortable with that song being emblematic of our generation. Because it feels like a call to apathy, and so I sort of wrote this in response to that. And just wondering if there's anybody who's interested in doing anything. Who's out there at all?
Days that pass too quickly, and nights that don't offer enough sleep. My body doesn't fit me. My dreams are like great ships lost at sea. And this heart grows tired. This heart grows tired. So far from where I started, so far from where I want to be. The towers I watched when I was young are not as tall as I once This heart grows tired. This heart grows tired.
This is one that I wrote with a writer in Nashville named Marcus Hummin, and I went to work with him, and I brought a song that I wanted his input on. It was called Memphis, and I went, "How many times must I wake up in Memphis?" And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I like that pretty well." He didn't like it that much, I could tell. But we started talking about the idea, and I was like, or he asked, so what are you thinking about? What's the song about? And it's like, oh, it's funny because I've never actually been to Memphis. And he goes, I like that. I've never been to Memphis. And so then we started talking about that, and then we just wrote this whole song about it. And he had this idea. He just ran over to the piano. He's like, what it was? I have never been to Memphis. Something like that, Eric. I was like, and I'm like, I fell in love with it. So we finished the song in about 2 hours, and then we took lunch. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, this is Memphis. I hope you guys like it. I come from California, where you say no one grows old, and y'all drive too fast, but you say it's so slow. And that southern style, baby, it always drives me crazy. And I'll start to laugh, 'cause I have never been to Memphis. But if you're there, I will pack my bags and go, 'cause I don't care if it never rains here. The sun's always shining, 'cause I never met a girl like you, and I'm tired of trying. When I have never been to Memphis. You're all crazy about Jesus. Amen. Back where you're from, you get baptized in rivers where the deep waters run. But that's alright by me. Yeah, I love that you believe something you can't touch, something you can't see. 'Cause I have never been to Memphis. If you're there, I will pack my bags and go. Even though never been afraid of flying, but I am afraid to fall. And I've been painting in by numbers, you're just splashing it on the wall. And I see the colors running, lets me know I'm headed home. After all, and I have got to get myself there. And I have got to get myself there. 'Cause I have never been to Memphis.